Joe Rogan's podcast doesn't always stay calm. Sometimes it turns tense, sometimes it gets awkward. Here's are the moments where things got uncomfortable. When Joe debated Candace Owens about climate change, it always just disagreement. It was two totally different ways of thinking. One talking about belief, the other talking about science. And neither of them backed down.
You don't think we have to care about the environment? Like,
No, not even a little bit. Like,
not even a little bit?
No. Okay, let me clarify this. I don't throw trash on the ground. Like, okay. I'm not saying like we need to trash the environment. Like, but do I believe in climate change? No.
In 2014, the vast majority, 87% of scientists, said that human activity is driving global warming. Yet only half the American public ascribe to that view. So
yeah, I don't believe this like at all. Just so you know, you can pull that up too. Like scientists who look up the opposite. Right? Instead of looking for what you're searching for, looking for what you're not looking for.
This could negatively impact all sorts of coastal cities. This could be a gigantic problem. This is not like propaganda that's drummed up by some sort of big business that seeks to make money off of this.
I don't believe it's real. Okay, so I can't sit here.
But here's the question. But why have a belief?
What do you mean?
Why have a belief as to whether or not global warming is real or not real?
It's not a belief in it. I don't believe in it.
How about not have a belief until you really have looked at the data?
So you would prefer if my language, as opposed to admitting that I do not know this, I wouldn't die on this hill, I've never made a video, I've never made a public statement, you would have preferred if I had just started by saying, I have no opinion.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
A joke that didn't land, and Joe's response made it even more awkward.
If I get fired here, whatever, I'll just go do Joe Rogan next week and I'll be fine. Anyway, I thought that was funny. No?
What?
I was like, I literally... Is that what
you thought?
I literally thought that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny.
Well, it could have been funny.
Yeah.
I was booked up, though.
No, it's fine. It was just funny to truly... That was a conversation I actually had.
When guests start fighting each other, Joe has to become the referee.
You talked for a long time, and I'm going to talk for as long as I want now. The data are very clear on that, Gary. So
No.
Yes, they are. Look, we have data.
We can't say things like that, Stefan, because we're going to disagree on what the data say.
Let's move on. Gary, I really continue to get the feeling that you do not understand human energetics, because that's not how it works.
Well, no, I'm just saying 10 calories stored in the fat tissue. That's
10
just
calories,
mathematics.
10 calories.
I didn't say anything about
Gary,
how much you have to eat.
I'm not done.
Okay, no, but you're insulting me,
Gary,
Stefan. You got to stop doing that, dude.
Gary,
you keep acting like you think I'm an idiot.
All right, are you done now? Are you done?
Can we be clear that we're talking about...
Are you done now?
Can I just finish this?
No, you can't until I am done.
Me without, no,
Gary,
you
have time to respond.
You can respond, write down notes on what you want to respond to, and after he's done, you can talk about
but we're going to get
now,
a long discourse on something that's not the point.
Well, let's find out if it is the point. We don't know what he's going to say.
Thank you. Okay.
This one wasn't political, just ego. And Joe made it very clear how valuable his show is.
How are you so good at rock, paper, scissors?
It's just, skill, muscle, intuition.
Intuition. Can we play right now?
You want to play?
Yes.
Oh, but I only play for stakes.
Okay. What do you want to play for?
How about if I win, I do the programming on your show for a week?
No. That's worth a lot of money. You can.
What kind of money? What do you think? I'm not saying like the ads or whatever. I'm saying
like programming, like who's going to be on.
Yeah, who's going to be on.
That's not possible. We're booked up months and months in advance.
You were so confident until just now.
No.
Pick a month, few months off.
That's ridiculous to flip a coin on that. There's no chance.
Well, do you think that there's something of equivalent value?
No.
There's nothing that I can do.
There's nothing that you could give me that would be worth a week of programming on the show. What are you going to give me?
What about the day of programming?
You'd have to give me a spectacular amount of money.
I sent you a...
All right, sounds like someone's scared to lose at rock, paper, scissors.
It sounds like someone else is scared to lose.
No, you're asking me for something that's ridiculous. You don't have anything. You don't have anything that's worth a week of programming on the show. You don't have it.
That's rough.
It doesn't exist.
That's rough.
No, it doesn't. It literally doesn't exist. Like there's There's nothing that you can have that you could offer me that I couldn't buy myself.
I'll make. I think will be interesting.
No.
Enjoy talking with them.
You can't. No.
All right, fine. Okay.
But that doesn't do anything for me.
With Crowder, it wasn't calm at all. They kept interrupting each other, and once that starts, the debate is already broken.
Traffic fatalities regarding marijuana have skyrocketed.
Google that because that's nonsense.
No,
you
we
know,
wrote about it at live.com.
drunk driving arrests have dropped. What do you mean you've? First of all,
no, we wrote about what the sources are, the original studies.
Just because someone gets in an accident and they're high. Hold on, stop.
No, hold on a second. This is
you
because
interrupt way too much. No. You need to stop. Marijuana is one of the things that are good. And don't shore, man. Just like you don't shore turmeric, you don't shore ginger, you don't shore a reduced sugar diet. All those things that reduce inflammation are good for you.
I don't buy that smoking marijuana would be as beneficial as a reduced sugar diet. And my point is that people get so offended by me saying that and saying, but if you want to smoke, go ahead.
You might be correct.
Shouldn't be offensive.
But it doesn't matter because it's not a contest to see what's the most beneficial. Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado are at near historic lows.
You haven't bringing up the source that you want to find.
Washington
Bring
Post.
up the study right there. Yeah, Washington Post. Bring up the study that we wrote. We wrote about it on our website.
Look, I don't care about your website, you since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado
Since you called me
Sometimes it's not anger. Sometimes it's just bad timing. This one feels uncomfortable to watch.
It was a really tough fight for me too. You know, it was a really bad camp. It was probably the worst camp of my career. My dad had passed away like 3 weeks before the fight, and like 2 or 3 days after that.
Why does that look so shitty, Jamie?
My cousin passed away. So it was
boom!
Politics always makes things weird, and this one slowly turned tense.
We look for someone who makes us feel good. Like, I'll feel good voting for him. I don't like her. She's a and they just decide this is how I'm voting. You know, like that was a lot of people's perspectives on Hillary Clinton. I talked to a lot of people that hated.
I'm pretty sure everyone loved her. I'm pretty sure she
the
won.
most loved.
I liked Elizabeth Warren. She's
Why?
cool. I just like I liked her. I like her tenacity. Artist. Yeah, but okay, who isn't?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Okay, but did you vote for Bernie?
He wasn't available to vote for.
Did you vote in the?
I didn't vote in the primary.
In the primaries, right?
Yeah.
I did.
But I had him on my podcast. And he was very sincere.
Okay, cool. I've had my mom on my podcast. You want to flex? I'm just saying.
I think he's very sincere.
This one got hated very fast.
Everywhere that doesn't have a strong Christian heritage is a place with bad morals.
That's a ridiculous statement. That's a ridiculous statement. Everywhere that doesn't have Judeo-Christian values is a up place.
I think that yes, I think it should be perfectly reasonable, respectable thing to say that our culture is better. I believe our culture is better than everywhere else in the world.
Culture of Christians.
I think
Christians running around doing ketamine and each other.
European and American culture, which is based on Judeo-Christian values, is better than other cultures. I think it's uncontroversial to say so.
But what's based on Judeo-Christian values about being a good person?
Well, ultimately, our sense of right and wrong comes from the Bible.
What?
It does.
What comes from the Bible?
Ultimately, our sense of right and wrong comes from the Bible.
Our sense of right and wrong.
I think your sense
think there's the only way that a person could have ethics and morals and treat each other well.
No, I didn't say the only way.
Don't you think that people understand what's good and what's bad? Listen, if we're going to have a conversation, we can't keep talking over each other like this. When someone's trying to make a point about something that's complex like this, if you think that the only way for a person to have ethics or an understanding of each other or compassion for each other is to rely on ancient myths that are easily scientifically disproven, well, that's what Christianity is.
No, I didn't say that. I said that the specific set of values that you have is influenced more than you would like to admit by your Judeo-Christian heritage.
It's influenced by
there are certain things that I think all of us
being a gay man
who I am,
that's
how
promiscuous,
I behave, it's what I do.
But that is prohibited in the Bible.
Yes, but I agree that it would be better if I didn't behave like this, and if I could choose to be heterosexual,
so you're a
I would do so.
Self-loathing homosexual.
No, and I won't have this.
Because what you're saying is who you are. It's not prohibited in the Bible.
You are, because I don't think my sexuality is an important component of my
It's a huge part of you. You talk about it all the time.
Well,
it's a massive part of what we've talked about on the show.
I think
it comes up anytime you want to make a funny point. It comes up anytime you want to define your sexuality or your urges or your decadence.
I think people
jump to it because I think it's you.
This was not shouting. It was two different definitions of the same word, and that's why they couldn't agree.
But then why are you opposed to two gay people doing that?
Well, because again, it's not about choice. It's about what this institution, marriage is an institution, and what is it, and what purpose does it serve? If marriage is not what I'm saying it is, then why do we even need it? What's the point? I mean, you're saying it's a man-made institution. We are making the institution meaningless.
But it's not meaningless.
Well, but
it's very meaningful to the people that have it.
Subjective, symbolic, and it's about your own personal feelings.
Isn't it, though?
Well, no, I would say that it's not.
Well, if it's not subjective and it's not symbolic,
it codifies and protects and gives a name to a thing that actually exists, which are man, woman couples creating people, creating babies.
If marriage is only for procreation and to bond a family together, what about people that are deeply in love that never want to have children?
I don't think it's not only procreation, but that is one of the fundamental definitional aspects of it.
This one get personal fast. Portray said Tommy Fury isn't real boxer. Joe did not like that.
I saw Tommy Fury box. He is not a boxer.
Well, he's definitely a boxer.
Well, he puts on gloves.
He's definitely a boxer. But is he a boxer like his brother? No.
Well, we would not know who Tommy Fury was if his last name wasn't Fury.
Probably we wouldn't know as much about him.
I don't.
But he's still a good-looking guy. He's built great. He looks like looks the part.
Looks the part.
Shut the f*** up. Watch this.
Find the Tommy Fury. Find the Tommy Fury fight on the Jake card.
Shut the f***
This
up.
guy cannot.
Please shut the f*** up and watch this. Watch what he's doing. This motherfucker is 100% a boxer.
Can you find me the record of Volkanovski?
This. Stop. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. You're out of your mind if you don't. Look at this.
What
Look
did
at that right hand.
That was in slow motion.
No, it's not in slow motion.
I think you slowed that down.
No. If you don't think so, you're just being a hater.
This debate wasn't simple. It was fairness vs identity, and neither side moved.
Sports with trans athletes who are competing with with their gender, right? That is a sporting world that I'm more interested in. That's my point of view.
My point of view is that, so if you're a woman and you're a natural woman and you don't take any extra hormones or male hormones, you're not taking steroids or any sort of performance-enhancing drugs, you're doing your very best to compete and you're at the top of the heap. But then someone comes along that was a man for 30 years and decides that they're going to be a woman, and this has happened, and literally transitioned a few months ago, and competes as a woman and destroys records and dominates you in that sport. That's bullshit. And that's not competing on a level playing field. Is as much cheating as taking steroids when the other person doesn't, or taking performance-enhancing drugs when the other person doesn't.
Well, I disagree, and I've.
What do you disagree about?
I've already. Well, my main point being the one that I already made, right? That I don't think that there is such a thing as a perfectly level playing field. I think we decide what kind of playing field we want to have.
Sure, but we do make the distinction where we don't allow men to compete in women's divisions.
And I think that distinction may be breaking down a bit, right? And I think it may be time to break down that distinction a little bit.
So you think that males should be able to compete in the women's division of weightlifting?
No, I don't necessarily.
But they can if they transition.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of stuff to break down.
If you're shooting hormones into a child and you're affecting the child's development, you're saying that's not a choice. That's nonsense. Of course it's a choice. You're choosing to chemically change this child's body.
Right.
It's not scientific, but it is true that women are hardwired to be attracted to confident, athletic men.
I don't know if I agree with that. But
really?
Yeah.
But if you ask girls, what are you into? And you say, are you into tall, muscular, confident men who are also nice to you? Jesus Christ, it's going to be off the charts. It's going to be like most of them.
I'm really not sure that's the case.
Joe laughed. Tyson wasn't joking, and the silence after that says everything.
I did that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy, okay?
Big boy.
This big boy was
there. It is right there.
Yeah, that wasn't really cool. What does it mean when fighting gets you erect? What does that mean?
It's a good question.
It's orgasmic sometimes.
But saying that it gets you orgasmic, that's a strange thing to say.
Well, that's just what I wanted to find out because you're really bright. And I thought you would figure it. No, I'm being very serious.
No, I know. I know you're being serious. But, no one will understand that other than you.
Listen, Alexander the Great was 32 and he conquered the known world.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
And so thinking about that as a young man.
Absolutely.
This debate lasted forever. Flat Earth vs reality. At some point, Joe just couldn't take it anymore.
Show me a real picture. Show me a real picture.
Listen, NASA does not have one of those satellites.
Fake.
Why do you think that's fake?
That's fake as fuck.
Why does it look fake as fuck?
It looks like something you would see in a movie.
That's because when they do it in a movie, they try to make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man.
You think it's real?
They faked 6 moon landings.
Dude, stop saying that because it's irrelevant. Why would it be fake?
It's propaganda, man.
Is there a photo of this flat Earth?
No, like I just said again.
That's what I asked.
There's no photo of the flat Earth from space. There's no photo of the round Earth from space.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's all fake.
No, why do you say they're fake, though?
They look fake. They look CGI.
But you're not an expert in imagery.
Hey, where did you get this information?
Jamie.
Where did you get it?
Where'd I get what?
This information. Where is this coming from?
This is coming off the internet.
Exactly. So you're reading some information. I'm reading some information off the internet. You didn't go to the library.
Slow down.
It's on Wikipedia.
Just slow down.
Eddie, stop doing
There's sources here. There's a book called the American Journal of Science. I'm sure that a lot of people respect
which is bought and paid for.
Well, maybe.
It is. It's bought and paid for. It's part of that.
Here's the thing, Eddie.
It's like the Washington Post.
Eddie, why would anybody be paying money for people to lie about the world spinning? Eddie, people have known it's spinning forever. That's how the seasons
Gravity,
work.
baby.
That's how you see the sun. We spin around. That's why it makes eclipses.
That's why we
That's why you
age,
can track time zones. That's why you can put a piece of stick in the ground.
You're saying all the correct.
It acts as a sundial.
I used to say the same
Eddie,
stuff.
you're talking about the Earth being flat. Thousands of scientists have looked into it. You think they're all wrong? That's so insane.
You haven't looked into it.
I have.
No, you have.
Oh my God. How could I not have? You don't think I have? I'm watching you go down the rabbit hole. You don't think I've tried to pay attention to what these people are talking about? It doesn't work.
I don't think so.
Eddie, there's websites dedicated to debunking it. There's so many people working on these things, Eddie. The idea that they're all in on some sort of a giant global lie is insane.
When guest says topic could put his life in danger, he'll know it's serious.
What are the negative benefit or the negative effects of this?
This is an explosive area of conversation. And that puts my life in danger. So I reserve the right not to answer your question.
Whoa. I didn't expect that. It puts your life in danger talking about portobello mushrooms? He's looking at me silently. I will respectfully move on.
Thank you.
Even deep conversation can get lost. This one completely went off track.
You know, you can say, well, yeah, I've got all these flaws, but look at what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That's the real ground of self-respect. Well, I'm off the track with the question. Ground of self-respect. I can't remember what you asked me. So we'll have to go to a different topic.
How did we get on this? We were...
You asked about the evolutionary basis of...
that was a long time ago.
I know, it's a rabbit hole that just doesn't disappear.
But where were we just now? Remember where we were just now?
No, sorry. I'm distracted by something else that's happening right now.
Oh, I know. We were talking about men.
Yes.
We were talking about men and what motivates them.
If you like and comment, this will be helpful. Thank you so much.